Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. I welcome you to English grade 8 video lessons. This is your instructor Zia Hamid. I hope that you are doing well and all ready and set to learn about something new. Now we are dealing with unit number 3 of grade 8, a poem called Don't Quit. This will be our lecture number 5B and we are dealing with the competency of writing and our topic is paraphrasing of stanzas. Now, let's read our students' learning outcome before we move further. Our students' learning outcome for the competency of writing is use paraphrasing skills to paraphrase stanzas in a poem. So, this is about paraphrasing, which is again a technique of summarization of any text. We will be paraphrasing a stanza of a poem. So this is our students learning outcome and this is our vertical linkage of this SLO with the previous grade that you have already studied, and I hope that you can retain most of it from your memory. Now, here we have a short poem in front of you. Now, for the brainstorming session, your question is, can you describe this short poem in simple words? So, first, read this poem, try to understand the whole message that is conveyed. Rewrite this poem in your words. So, pause the video, do it quickly and come back because now we are going to get started with our topic, which is about paraphrasing of poems. How do we paraphrase poems, rewrite poems in our own words so that we can understand it better and show our or demonstrate our understanding after we have read poems. So, let's see what's the poem. You are already familiar with it. A piece of writing that expresses emotions, ideas, or stories in a rhythmic and often metaphorical way. So, poems have rhythm, the arrangement of words and sounds with a rhythmic pattern. It has rhyme scheme, different rhymes. It's divided into different stanzas. And each stanza is composed of different verses. So this is all about poem that we have recalled together. So now let's talk about a stanza. A grouped set of lines in a poem, often separated by a space that usually shares a common rhythm or rhyme scheme. So lines is what we also call verses. So a stanza is made up of different verses. They are like a paragraph, sharing one simple idea as a one unit. So this is what we call a stanza, and a poem can have different stanzas at once. Now let's talk about our main topic, which is paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is basically rewriting text in your own words while retaining the original meaning. So in paraphrasing, we rewrite the already written text, which we call the original text, and the original meaning has to be conveyed in your rewritten paragraph or sentence. So we rewrite text in our own words while keeping the original meaning intact and together. Now, how do we paraphrase a stanza of any poem? Rewrite a specific poem stanza in your own words while keeping the original meaning and ideas intact. So again, it's very simple. You read a poem and then rewrite the poem with few sentences or with a paragraph if it's a longer poem, and you can rewrite this, but you have to stay in touch with the original meaning. you cannot change the meaning, and also in paraphrasing we try to avoid using the same words in our paraphrased version of the poem. Now, how do you paraphrase? There are 5 simple steps. By following these, you can easily paraphrase any stanza of any poem. First, you have to read the original text carefully. Read it over and again till you actually understand it. Understand the main idea, the main theme, or the message that is included in the poem. And then use your own words to rewrite the text. So when you are rewriting now that you are paraphrasing it, you will be using your own words and then change the sentence structure. So you don't need to follow the same sentence structure of the poetry. Rather, you would change the sentence structure and then keep the original meaning. So when you are paraphrasing, the original meaning should not be lost. These are the 5 steps that you can follow to paraphrase any stanza. Here we have a stanza. Now, we have learned the 5 simple steps of paraphrasing. You have to read this poem and then come up with the paraphrased version. The paraphrased version is written over here. Let's read the poem first. Whose words these are, I think I know. His house is in the village though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his words fill up with snow. So this is a paraphrased version of the poem of this stanza. I think I know the owner of these words. His house is in the village, so he won't see me stopping here to watch the words fill up with snow. So, with the paraphrase version, you can clearly see that the meaning is intact, the original idea and the main theme is already in its place. It's not changed, but the structure is changed. And the writer used his or her own words to paraphrase the poem. Now, here is your classroom activity. You have to rephrase the first stanza of the poem, Don't Quit. Read this first, follow the 5 steps of paraphrasing and write a very good paraphrased version of this stanza. Here is a simulation video that you can play later on for better understanding of paraphrasing any stanza, any poem. Here's your worksheet, and for your homework, you have to paraphrase the last stanza of the poem in your notebook. So, in the main lesson, you have the poem Don't Quit. Read the last stanza and paraphrase it as your homework. Here at the end, we have all these resources attached in the description of the video. You can access them easily and learn more about and learn efficiently about paraphrasing. So, my dear learners, thank you for listening. I hope that now you are clear about what is a poem, what is paraphrasing, how do we use the techniques of paraphrasing to paraphrase any stanza. Till the next video lesson, Allah Hafiz.